Okay, so I know some of my theories have been a little bit insane. The moon landing was fake theory, the serial at war theory. How about we just slow it down a little bit? Okay, are we done? All right, let me tell you. So basically, the people of the lost city of Atlantis from SpongeBob. Yes, I know. Yeah, just get a quick laugh out. I'm talking about SpongeBob again. But anyways, the lost city of Atlantis aliens are a part of the Goofy Goober alien death cult. Now you're probably wondering, Sam, what in the freaking world are you talking about? Or something like that. Well, I'm actually taking some notes off of Alex Bale's video that he made about the potential death cult. So this is the Atlantis alien death cult theory. Hey, look at that. I'm back to making theories. How about that? But anyway, let's get on with the theory. But before we do that, I just want to say so many people wanted me to come back to making theories. And of course, I have, in response to all that, I am coming back to theories. This is the first one I'm doing, and it's a tribute to Alex Bale, who's no longer making SpongeBob theories. And it's basically my little take on his theory about the Goofy Goober alien death cult. It sounds funny, but watch the video and you'll know what I'm talking about. And I'm basically trying to put things together and stuff like that. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so in the Season 5, Episode 12 episode special called Atlantis Squarepantis, SpongeBob goes into a cave, or rides a bubble into a cave, and runs into the lost Atlantis, or lost city of Atlantis amulet. I don't even know how to say that word. But anyways, Squidward gets onto him for it, but in the end, it turns out they had found the lost part of the amulet. Again, sorry if I butchered that word. But anyways, Squidward connected the two together, and all of a sudden, a giant minivan comes out of nowhere, and the amulet places itself on the front. Then they have a sing-along, and eventually they end up in the lost city of Atlantis. And let's just say the lost city of Atlantis has there's a lot of stuff to say about the lost city of Atlantis. And just before you say, I know you've probably seen Alex Bale's video on this. This is for the people who saw his video. Yes, I know there are two lost cities of Atlantis. One from the third SpongeBob movie and one from the Season 5, Episode 12, or 12th episode of the thing I just mentioned. Well, here's the thing. That lost city of Atlantis is fake. And I'm going to drop it for now, but I'm going to come back to it later in the video. So stay tuned if you want to listen to that mini theory. But anyways, basically SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs and Sandy, sorry, I forgot about Sandy, all decide to go into the place, and Squidward gets lost up in the art section, Mr. Krabs in the money section, Sandy in the science section, and SpongeBob not Mr. Krabs, but SpongeBob and Patrick at the world's oldest bubble that was on display. Now, of course, they ended up popping it after taking a picture of it, but in the end, it turned out that it was actually a replica, and still they ended up trying to take a picture of the real one, and basically they get chased out of town. And Plankton's also in this episode, and he ends up raiding the armory, and all in all, in the end, it turned out that the cannon he had chosen fired ice cream. That's right, ice cream. Let me ask you this. What in the world would the lost people of Atlantis be doing with ice cream-powered cannons? I mean, they already have an ice cream-powered cannon that Plankton used. Who's to say that they don't have more? And here's the thing. They're a lost city, and if they have weapons that take ice cream as ammo, obviously they have to be getting it from somewhere, or someplace, or maybe even someone. Well, here's the thing. This is where Goofy Goober gets tied in. Goofy Goober has been secretly selling some of their ice cream, which has been known to have an alcoholic effect on their customers, to the lost city of Atlantis so that they could use it as ammunition. Now you're probably wondering, how in the world are you going to prove this? Well, there's actually a lot more evidence that backs me up here. And I'm even going as far as to compare one of Goofy Goober's mascots to the king of the lost city of Atlantis. So let's not get hasty. Let's begin the second part of this theory. But before we get onto the theory, we have to explain one major timeline: the origin of Goofy Goobers. So basically, Goofy Goobers was founded by a guy, or basically a public nobody, by Reginald Goober. And in 1842, he started selling his ice cream on rocks. And from that day forward, Goofy Goobers grew and became a multi-billion-dollar corporation that gave fish ice cream. And by the way, that ice cream and the reason their ice cream is the best may or may not be because of its alcoholic effects on the fish. Now, of course, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Alex Bale's Goofy Goober Alien Death Cult theory video, Goofy Goober Alien Death Cult theory video. Sorry about that. And you'll understand everything. But here is the one thing that I wanted to focus on. The one thing that he said that made me want to go back over the origins of Goofy Goober. It's this one thing that he actually said in his original instructions for his employees. Employees only had to follow 3 rules, and here are the rules. So basically, Goofy Goobers only asked their employees for 3 things. The first thing is to practice good hygiene. That's kind of important, obviously. You don't want to go into work smelling. The second thing was to maintain good work habit. That's another good thing, and something that most companies should have. But it's not the first 2 that are cause for concern. It's the last one. Rule number 3, you have to believe in extraterrestrials, peace, and ice cream. Now, obviously, this is probably starting to get confusing if you don't know what extraterrestrials are. Well, extraterrestrials, the short version of that, extraterrestrials are aliens. And what did I say at the beginning of this video? This was a video that proves that Goofy Goobers and the lost city of Atlantis work together, basically, or something like that. Starting to sound a little bit culty, isn't it? Well, I'm not done yet. Let's get on to the next part of this video, which is the ice cream from both. Okay, so one of the things a cult does to keep their followers in line is give them some type of alcohol or drug to keep them in line and make them not think about anything. And believe it or not, Goofy Goobers has something just like this. And it's in the one place many people would probably least expect it to be. That's right, the ice cream. Now, in case you do not believe me, and in case you're thinking right now, there's no way that it has an alcoholic effect, take a look at the season 11 episode called The Cops, and you will see what the cop says to Patrick. One too many Goofy Goobers again. That is the question that the lady fish cop asked Patrick when he came in with ice cream all over him. So obviously, the fish know that the ice cream is spiked, and they must know about the cult, but they never acknowledge it. Now, let me ask you another question before we keep going. If the followers have been brainwashed by the ice cream, then why aren't the workers saying anything? Well, I believe the workers, and also in Alex Bale's theory, I believe the workers have also been given the ice cream as well. Don't believe me? Then take a look at what this worker fish who worked at Goofy Goober's said about the Goofy Goober policy. Take a look at this. Goofy Goober employees get to eat all the ice cream they want. Huh. That's weirdly nice for a company to let their employees eat all the ice cream they want. I mean, I guess it's kind of fair since they are paying them minimum wage, I hope. But since it's a cult, they're probably not. They probably won't even know since the ice cream is probably taking effect. But basically, their employees don't say anything because their employees also eat the ice cream. And every time they come back, they don't question why they're working for the company because the ice cream has already taken effect on their mind. Now, and this is basically where I was going to end the theory, but I still have one major thing there's still one major thing we need to talk about. And it's the main reason I actually theorized about this. And it was the question I asked in the beginning. Does the people of the lost city of Atlantis actually sell ice cream to Goofy Goobers? And the answer to that question is a big maybe. There does seem to be a good amount of evidence out there, but the reason it's a maybe for me is because, yes, I do believe it's possible. Obviously, you can't just being a multi-million-dollar company, you can't just buy ice cream, a lifetime supply of ice cream like that, and obviously other stuff like that. They obviously have to be getting it from somewhere. And no, because there isn't much evidence to prove that the people of the lost city of Atlantis did, or as a matter of fact, ever traded with Goofy Goobers. And this is basically where I was supposed to end the theory. But then I decided maybe there's something more to this theory. And so I did more research. And I actually found a couple things that might help me prove my point. So let's get on to the third part of this theory, and possibly the final part. Okay, so remember this guy, the guy that I talked about, the dude from the beginning? Were you paying attention? Okay, I'll tell you who this is again. This is Reginald Goober, the founder of Goofy Goobers. And as I said in the very beginning, he supposedly got abducted by aliens, and that's basically about it. There was nothing more to that, and as far as I know, as far as current present-day SpongeBob episodes, he has not been referenced since, besides the Goofy Goobers and employee training video where they've introduced him and then kind of just forgot about him. Although I'm pretty sure they have brought him back up, and if they do eventually bring an origin story up to the table, I will eventually do a video on that. Maybe I'll make a second part to this video, because they might... Well, I don't know, but I have an idea of what may have happened to Reginald Goober. And it has something to do with one person. And you may be surprised at who that person is. And I'll just say this. Reginald Goober was not abducted by aliens. He was abducted, but it was not an alien that abducted him. It was something far more terrifying than aliens. And I'm going to share that with you right now. Okay, so this is evidence that kind of really could go either way, but here is what I believe really happened to Reginald Goober. So if you all remember what the SpongeBob movie was, or if you've all watched the original SpongeBob movie, the first ever SpongeBob movie, then you'll probably remember the hitman Dennis and the scuba diver that abducted SpongeBob and Patrick. And in Alex Bale's original video, or original theory, he questioned something that I think could very well be true. And take a look at what he said. And I do believe this could 100% be the real culprit of the disappearance of the great or infamous Reginald Goober. Take a look at this.
They end up getting abducted by a scuba diver who, to them, is a terrifying alien from another world, which is an interesting parallel to Reginald Goober being taken by aliens.
So, Alex Bale calls it an interesting parallel between Reginald Goober getting abducted by aliens and SpongeBob and Patrick getting abducted by the scuba diver. And here is where I'm going to make a theory in the near future. I'm going to make a theory about Reginald Goober, and it has to do with what SpongeBob and Patrick went through in Shell City. And that, my friends, is the Lost City of Atlantis death cult theory. And I will be making sure to possibly add to this theory if more events or more episodes involving some of this come out in the near future. So thank you and goodbye. Okay, well, that was a huge theory. I wasn't expecting it to be that long. It was 16 minutes in total and about 52 seconds, but this video is going to be adding some time to that, so maybe around 20 minutes or 22 or 23 minutes or something like that. But I really want to thank you guys for really supporting this channel and stuff like that, supporting this TikTok channel, and I'll be sure to post more theories in the near future. I have a bunch of new theories and a bunch of additions to old theories that I've done, and I might also do a compilation of all my theories combined into one 30-minute video. That might take a long time, but I might not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But that's just the thing I might be looking forward to in the near future. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next theory I do, or in an update video, or whatever. Goodbye. Okay, wait, hold on a second. You thought I forgot to wrap up the all-in-all conclusion to how the people of the Lost City of Atlantis got their ice cream sold to the Goofy Goober. Well, here's my theory on that. Here we go. So basically, a long time ago, King Neptune was adopted and raised by these, quote, alien beings, and they nursed him into the god he is today. And they ended up teaching him a lot of stuff. However, he eventually wanted to ascend to a higher realm, and he ended up forgetting about the people of the Lost City of Atlantis, and basically they kind of just thrived on their own, believing that Neptune would return one day. Kind of like a cult in itself, but only it's for their beloved King Neptune, who was supposed to return, but sadly never did. Now, the time machine that the device that they used was song-powered, as seen in the episodes of Alantis Squarepantis, where the characters have to sing a song in order to get the van to fly to the location they needed to go. And basically, after a long while, obviously, without anyone to help you financially, the people of the Lost City of Atlantis probably realized that they were going to run out of money soon, and they basically decided to go searching the entire globe, or the entire sea, to find something or some place to buy their product, or to sell to. And eventually they found Goofy Goobers, which they may or may have not found out to be a cult, and they decided to sell their ice cream to Goofy Goobers, and that is the Atlantis alien death cult theory. I am done. If you have any objections, please feel free to fill up my comments section. Goodbye. I am done with this theory for now. Bye.